Hi. Whoopsie. Better turn that on. Is it on? Okay. Hi, Elaine Marolakos Edelson here. I was so busy, distracted. Welcome. Thanks. Come join me. We're talking about the April Oracle reading for you. And I'm going to show you three different possibilities. The Fairy Oracle would be one choice. The Colette Reid Goddess would be another. Oh, I have a card in there from last week. And I've got the Book of Runes. So I want you to make your choice. I'm just going to talk about a little bit about what we're doing, how we're doing it. Welcome, Elaine Marolakos Edelson here with AstrologyMojo. Want to help you get your mojo back. So what are we talking about? There's so much going on, okay? Yeah, and in astrology, the planets don't make you do anything. We live in a cooperation with the cosmos so that when you make a move, it's reflected by way of aspects and angles in astrology. That's all it is. The planets don't do anything to you. And, because we're not puppets, right? Yeah. Isn't that exciting? Some people are puppets to society or to their beliefs. But if you are causing harm, okay, on any level, then it's time for a wake-up call. Let me just blanket that statement. And people have been asking me about the Academy Awards and Will Smith. And you know what? Let me just say this about that. People's actions speak for themselves. That's it. That's all we're going to do. I'm not going to do his chart. I don't think he warrants examination. He's got his own thing going on, and he needs a little bit of help. That's all I got to say. Yeah. So come join me. We've got, hey, Dip's here. We've got so much going on. I want to share the screen. Share the screen. Okay, let's see. Window. We're going to do this one and this one. Hey, can I do both? I can only do one. I did not know that. Okay, so let's start with this one because it's today. Okay, and today we're looking at, and I just, I have to do that over again. That didn't work. Okay, what happened to my share the screen? I closed it by accident. Whoopsie. Thanks for being here, folks. Okay. Is that it? Does that work? Okay, yes, that's it. Sorry about that fumble. So we're looking at, we have a stellium. In astrology, a stellium is when there are 3 or more celestial orbs in a row. And that implies intensity here on Earth. It doesn't mean that the planets are making something happen to you. All it means is that there is a concentration of energy, the collective energy, and also whatever's going on in you that says, I need to act this way, be this way, hide from people, say this thing, not say this thing, change my direction. So we like to see what actual stelliums look like. So here we're looking at Mars, Saturn, and Venus in Aquarius. And then there's Jupiter, Neptune in Pisces, but also conjunct the moon in Aries, Mercury, Sun in Aries. By the time we get to April 26th, we're going to have like a true powerhouse stellium, and that would reflect, and I'll show that in a minute, that would reflect a whole bunch of stuff in Taurus, a whole bunch of stuff in Pisces. And so, but right now, what we're looking at is being shocked, being electrified. That's the Aquarius energy. And Aquarius is, in the traditional astrology, is considered the water bearer. We need to update our terms as we change. So do the definitions in astrology. This is about 5D, fifth dimension transformational astrology, okay? It's your intuition coincides with the definitions of the changes. It's not looking at something and having it be what it was anymore. It's just not. So what it was a man holding a vessel pouring water. All right. What Aquarius represents, and it's a non-binary figure, by the way, and it represents the currents of transformation. That would today equal wind, water, electricity. Okay? Those 3 things. So Mars, action. Saturn, setting up the structure or authority figures, and Venus, the beauty, the financial investments, a very militaristic type of or corporal type of approach to something. But also, when we have Jupiter and Neptune both in Pisces, it's the expansion that we're looking at in ourselves. Now, the expansion for some people can be the world's too harsh. I just need to drink that bottle of wine or, take that box of edibles or binge and watch TV shows until I'm so dramatically attached to what's going on there. I forget that I'm a person. I have sovereignty over my own decision and choices, and I can get off the couch and go create a life because that's why we're here. But, when we look at film or television or video or shows, what we're looking at is a microcosm of everything in the world. So, yeah, okay, yeah, right. Okay, vampires or zombies don't exist, but the way watching shows like that make you feel, it's like a jolt of electricity to, oh, wow, did you see that show? Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. And then it either hinders you or it helps you. So if it inspires you, keep going and then get off the couch and put your talents to use. This is what we're looking at. Put your talents to use. Be assertive. Organize your workspace. So that's what I'm going to do this weekend. Cleaning off my desk, going to get a new monitor, hook up my laptop so that I have, less tech issues. So when we're looking at April, because that's what this is about today, we're looking at how to move our energy in a time where everything is just kind of like shaking and snaking. And so the three choices, again, we have the Fairy Oracle. I want you to think of an issue that you have in mind. Hi, Dawn's here, Latanja and Renee. Good morning, all. And if you're not actually commenting, thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, wherever you're watching this, whether it be YouTube or Facebook. I really appreciate that because then as that grows, so does the message and the word get out about your empowerment and what you can do to create a life that is intentional and magical. Why not? And overcome those inconsistencies and limitations that you think define you. They don't anymore. It's old news. Let's move on. Okay. So I want you to pick an issue first, and I'll show you the three choices for the Oracle. And you might say, I've got two issues, one about my job, and the other one is about, how I feel every time I'm with this person. And so you might pick more than one. Okay. Or the one card may relate to what's going on for you. So we've got the Faeries Oracle, and that is Brian Froud artwork with Jessica Macbeth as the author. And then we have Colette Baron Reid, the Goddess deck. Let me take out the old card I had from last week. Then we have the Goddess deck, Colette Baron Reid, Goddess. That's another choice for the card. And then we have the Book of Runes. Someone once said, is that the book of my ruin? No, it's not. All right. So, hey, Kate's here too. So, and Lucy, hi. I'm so happy everyone is here. And please join us. Say hello. I want you to think of an issue that's really been bugging you. One that's repetitive. One that you feel like you can't get clarity on. And you can even write it down. Be specific about what you want to say. And it's not, should I do this or don't do that? Because you don't want to give your power away in a reading ever. It's not should I, because the reader is only going to channel what's going on in you, a good reader. So a better way that you might phrase, hey, Samuel's here. Fantastic musician. A better way that you might phrase something is show me for my highest and best. Show me the situation. Show me the road. Show me clarity on this issue. Okay, so when you're thinking about an issue, you want it to be empowering so that you can make the best choice. All right, so choose your deck, whether it is the Goddess deck, Colette Baron Reid. We've got the Goddess deck, and here's all the Here's all the goddesses. La, la, la. And then we've got the runes. Let me just pull a couple out so you can see the Book of Runes, not your ruin. So here's strength and protection. I have to know where the camera is. So then there's the runes, and then where is it? Okay. And then we have the fairy cards. Okay. Fairies. Now think of your issue. Write it down if you want to. I'm going to start with, and this is for the month of April. And again, what we're looking at in April. Oh, before we even get there, I am going to look. Oh, Shauna. Hi, Shauna. I'm going to show you now. Let me stop the share and share the other thing. So, because right now we're looking at today. And we're heading into a month. We're already in April, but we're heading into this month. We're already in the energy of the 2 eclipses. April 30th is the Taurus eclipse. Oh, by the way, I've got 2 sessions left. Let me just put that in there. I have 2 sessions left for your double eclipse reading. So grab that while it's hot, because you're going to get a lot of reading for the price of 1, for the price of 4. What am I saying? Because there's 4 eclipses this year. Okay. So what we're looking at is you getting very clear on what's happening with the stelliums. Again, if you're just joining us, the stelliums have to do with a concentration of energy that is going to, for some people, feel like it's going to push you out of something. And for other people, it's going to feel like the door opens magically, because it's all based on your perception. Your perception is going to create the thing. So it's not an outside force. Even in astrology, people will say, I'll hear astrologers say, oh, we've got Pluto squaring the, whatever, Mercury. You better watch your words. Okay, why? Is Pluto making you say something from your unconscious state? No, it's because we look at it as your choices. So we see the reflection of your choices in the aspects and angles in astrology. And that's it. So I'm going to start now with whoever chose the runes. Pick your issue, and remember that we've got on April 26th. Oh, I just interrupted myself. Did I not say I was going to show you April 26th? So let's get rid of that. Here I am. Hello. And April 26th. There it is. So now I'm going to share the screen one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Share the screen, the window. That's it. April 26th. Look at what we have here. Looky, looky. We have Sun in Taurus, Uranus, that's how it's pronounced, in Taurus, North Node in Taurus, Mercury in Taurus, and of course, it's an eclipse on the 30th. So triple, quadruple times square to pi power. And I don't do math. That's not my superpower. Okay. And then we have Mars, Moon, Venus, Neptune, and Jupiter all in Pisces on April 26th. And if you had a clear sky and a telescope or even binoculars, you could look up on April 26th at night, and you would see these very bright in the sky. I'm very excited. I hope it's not cloudy here, because I want to take pictures and then post. So what we're looking at by April 26th is a concentration of your power and your choices culminating into, do you want to stay afraid? Do you want to feel like a victim? Do you want to feel like you can't get it done unless they give you the say-so, unless they're the ones who are choosing for you, unless someone approves or validates you, approves of you or validates you? Do you want that? Or would you rather have your life made magical and practical? Taurus, Pisces, magical, practical. So how do we reconcile the two? Think about your issue, and you might say, oh, I want to make more money in my job. And, I don't know if this is the place for me. Should I stay there? What if I go make another move and it's lateral? I don't know. Instead of asking, show me, like, should I stay in this job? We don't want to have a question like that, because a yes or no answer gives your power away. What you want is clarity. Please show me clarity on my situation. Now, sometimes we think the situation is very linear. Like, I want that job. Am I going to get that job? That's what you're hoping. That's what you're thinking. But yet you get something that deals with relationships. So you're like, what does that have to do with getting that job? Well, I want you to think, what is the next issue on your list? And does it have to do with relating? Is it relating to self? Is it relating to someone else? Right? So go there. Okay. This is not a very linear process. So I'm going to start with we've got comments. Latanja, I want a message from each deck. 3 things. Okay, great. Here comes the Book of Runes. And this is for the month of April to help gain clarity for you on a situation. Now, because this is a general reading, of course, it may not speak directly to everything. Oh, okay. But there are 2 runes that lit up in my fingers. And so we have Isa and Fehu. And they literally spell the word if. If. What if? What if things were different? What if nothing was ever wrong? What if? What if you had the power to make that choice without assistance? What if? All right, I'm going to look them up because I want to be clear. 129, 106. So I pulled Isa first. 129. Stand still. When I hear Isa, it literally translates to ice. So it's like frozen in something, frozen in indecision. So sometimes when it requires a personal sacrifice, Isa does, because you're looking at a situation saying, oh, I better hang on because that other thing, it may not come through. I better hang on to this. But yet what you're doing is not allowing the release of the old. Oh, and this is Isa. Isa. And it's like it's like you might feel anxiety, right? You might feel anxiety and not know, is this what I need to be doing? Is this how I should approach this situation? And so it suggests that it says, at such a time, do not hope to rely on help or friendly support because you got to get it from the inside. Remain mindful that the seed of the new is present in the shell of the old. Trust your own process and watch for signs of spring in April in the Northern Hemisphere. So now here's the clarifier because we pulled Fehu. And so we go to page 106. Oh, I went right to it. Okay, nourishment, possessions, and cattle. Are you a farmer? It's about conserving what's been already gained and ruminating from a place of, it says a deep probing of the meaning of profit and gain into your life. And it's asking you to make here's Fehu. And it's asking you to make a decision. So we have stand still, but make a decision. But the decision is not about the issue. As I said earlier, sometimes it's not a linear route. The decision is about assessing what you have, your possessions. So it's like when I say clean out your closets, sometimes it's an emotional thing. You clean out your closets literally, figuratively, it moves energy. But literally, when you clean out your closets, you look at something and go, oh, do I still value this? And this is what I've been saying to my peeps in my Astrology Pro certification group. And that is, if you value this thought, this thing, whatever it is, if you value it, you keep it. So the question now, if you picked the runes, is to stand still, get present, feel the I won't say resentment, but resistance. And for some of you, it sounds like resentment, but feel that melt away as you get clear on what it is you have and do you value it? Do you value this thing? Do I value this idea that just popped into my head? Do I value this response or reaction? They are very different. Know the difference. Do I value my approach to the situation? Do I value these people? Do I value this thing? Because of the Taurus lineup that's coming on April 26th, my feeling is that by the end of this month, you're getting your answer. So if you chose the runes, you want to just be as present as possible right now. because the ice is melting. And the ice around the situation is the indecision. It's like a biofilm around scar tissue. And now you're going to nourish your body and your mind with values. And it can come down to literally cleaning something out of your house, your closet, your desk, your kitchen, that junk drawer that everybody has in their house, the garage. Once you clean that out, that's when you start to realize, I don't need this anymore. It doesn't represent who I am. And when you clear out the clutter, you make space for, the thaw and spring to come. So I hope that was helpful. Let me put those away. All right. Let me just check in, say hello. We've got, okay, Shauna wants the goddess deck. That was the one I was going to do next. So the goddess deck, Colette Reid, and this is for the month of April. Remember, focus on the issue that you have, not will it or should I. It is show me, please show me clarity. And who are we talking to? Your higher inner being. That is the source and the resource of everything that you are. All right, for the month of April and your issue, your higher inner being is now going to pull a card. I hope everyone is feeling present and joyful and excited. Even if you live in the Southern Hemisphere and you're entering autumn, this is, what can I clean away? How can I let this go? Because the excitement that's coming in the next minutes, not just from this card reading, but from the energies that are right now, the collective. There's a lot of crap in this world. Don't focus on that. Really, really, please. Focus on what gives you joy. You might have an initial reaction to, oh my God, he dropped a bomb, or oh my God, he slapped him in the face, or oh, how could you possibly, what? And then everybody's going to have an opinion, and everybody's going to promote the judgment and the hate and the shoulds and the shouldn'ts. How about you just go within? Take a nice deep breath and say, do I value this thing? We're going to apply that to everyone right now. Thank you to the runes. All right, this is the goddess deck. And the goddess deck by Colette Reid is, hang on one second, because a card is wanting to show itself. And whoops, and there she is. Okay, hang on. She flew. She flew for you. All right. We have two cards actually popped out. It looks like a two thing today for the two stelliums, maybe. So if you picked Colette Reid, we have New Beginnings with Lustre, and I believe she's Scandinavian. And the number, by the way, is a 13. So a 1 and a 3 if you're into numerology, a 4. And the other card that came out was, this is a great card, Izumi, right? A Japanese goddess of mirth, humor. Okay, so this one is so self-explanatory. Let's just look at this one first, and I would say the clarifier will be the lustre, or she's Scandinavian. I know that because of the moon and the hairpiece. Izumi, mirth, laugh, fun, have fun, be happy, be joyful, just lighten the blank up. Okay, be silly. Just put more joy into your world, into your life, and focus on things that bring that light about. Because when you could be standing in the middle of a supermarket, and when you're just so happy, it exudes, and you have this energy all around you, and the people who walk by, they have an opportunity to inhale that. And when they do, you've just helped the world become a lighter place. So thank you. All right, now let's look at the clarifier. Germanic, I said Scandinavian, Ostre, sings to you. I think that speaks to someone I know. When she appears bearing fertile power behind the coming of spring, you may feel a surge of energy to implement your new ideas. Strong accomplishments. Open those doors. You're there. Wow. Oh my gosh, what an exciting read. What else does it say? Enjoy this wonderful time of new beginnings, and welcome the gifts of and to adopt the beginner's mind, like I'm starting over. So no tainted sarcasm, no No cynicism allowed here. We are the birth of something new. We are the song. We are the lightness of being. We are the mirth. Hey, you guys who picked this one, I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, so this was the, wait, wrong one. Where am I? Help me. There. Azumi, Japanese goddess of mirth. Just be light, be happy. Forget your troubles. Come on, get happy. And then we have the Germanic goddess, Iostre, of new beginnings. So adopt a childlike attitude. We are in the month of Aries, and that is the child of the zodiac. It all ties in. The number 13. So 1 plus a 3 is a 4, or a 1 and a 3, independence plus communication. And then this is 49. Or is it 40? I'm sorry. I can't. Let me see. Hang on. We'll just double check that. It is 49. So when we look at, when we look at 49, anything you add to a 9 in numerology is that same number. So 4 plus 9 is 13. 1 plus 3 is 4. That's Fadic addition, F-A-D-I-C. So 4 is hard work, right? Roll up your sleeves and get to work. But she's laughing. So that tells me the 4 breaks down to a 22. And the 22 is, there are no boxes. 4 is like, okay, we got to think outside the box. We have to systematize this thing. We have to plan it. But you break a 4 down to a 22. It's a power number. There are no boxes. Delegate, ask for help, collaborate. All right. I like that. That is fun. That was a fun one. Let me just check in. Hey, Judy's here. Judy says, I've been called lately to send healing energy to Mother Earth. Do you see anything in this in astrology? Yes, everything, always. Uranus and Taurus. Let's be practical. Anything that deals with Taurus is the Earth. It is my feeling that Libra is guided by Venus, but Taurus is guided by the Earth. Heard it here first. And I'm speaking a whole new language. So when we see April 26th come by in the solar eclipse in Taurus on April 30th. And we have this stellium of, Sun in Taurus, Uranus in Taurus, North Node, open doors, new ways of financial security, new ways of looking around and saying, I don't need to buy that extra pack and save $12 when I can buy that other thing and I save 12,000 trees. Okay. We use bamboo in the house now for toilet paper and disposable wipes. I think it's the Grove Collaborative that you can search for these things, but I think there's other companies such as I Don't Give a Crap. Funny name. So for every so many trees that for every so many rolls of tissue paper or toilet paper or tissues that you get, they plant trees. So yeah, put back into the earth whatever you value. Okay, and now our final one, the feisty but ever-present fairies. This is a slippery deck, and I think that's indicative of the energy of fairies because they are benevolent, they are mischievous, they are tuned to the earth. They are so tuned to this world. They are feeling everything just like we are. Hope everyone's having a happy moment right now. Let's expand that moment. A moment can last 5 minutes, a day, a week, a lifetime. All right. Let me get the book in case I need clarification here. All right. So if you chose the fairy deck for one of or all of your issues, I want you to focus now on the month of April, giving you clarity on this issue through the fairies. And one final. Thanks for being here. Please like, share, subscribe. Here we go. We got it. It is Sylvanus. Let me show you the card. It's beautiful artwork. The book is cumbersome. Okay, can you see that? Look at that. Is that out of focus? Look at the center. Sylvanus. It's all about unmasking yourself to find the truth. Look at all the images. Oh, and the number on the card is a 34, I believe. Yes, it is. So a 3 plus a 4, and we got a 1 and a 3 earlier in the other deck, or a 7. So Sylvanus is, Sylvanus is all about the truth in relationships, and it's about starting with your own. Sylvanus represents who you are to yourself, what you believe about relating to higher self, which is your higher, you know what? I'm just going to break this down. There we go. It's about relating to your higher inner being, and your relationship then stems out into the world with other people, creatures, plants, the earth itself. Sylvanus represents total honesty, because if you see the central fairy character, the one above is lifting the mask. Okay. The one above is holding a mask of feathers and a face. And the one in the center has orbs in each hand. And those orbs represent the possibility of seeing both sides to every story and owning it. You need to own it. If you're looking at a relationship between maybe yourself and a significant other, or maybe it's your relationship to the career that you have chosen or are about to choose, or your relationship to anything outside of you, then it's about bridging that gap and saying, let me own my behavior. I was doing an eclipse reading for someone yesterday, a longtime client, and she said, I have this thing going on with, a longtime friend, and what's going on there? And I said, it's not so much that your friend is doing something and ignoring you, it's that you're changing, and we resonate a frequency. And so that frequency moves out into the world like a wave and brings to us like energy. So what you vibe, you bring. If you are out of resonance, then you're in dissonance. And if you're in resonance, then everything aligns, and then you bring to you the thing that you've been wanting, or the relationship that you want clarity on. So I think it's important to note that when Sylvanus shows up, and I really love the artwork in this card, it's like your mask comes off. It's not somebody else's. It's like, oh, I see them. Yeah, I got their number. No, it's about, oh, wait, I've been hiding, or I've been puffing up to prove to this person or this situation, or I've been showing myself only 70% of the time and I hide the 30%. Now, that's not to say that you ought to be, bearing your entire soul to every single person you meet. This is about being honest about who you are in this world. How do you relate to others? Do you feel the need to go one way and not back down? Are you the kind of person who backs up all the time and says, I'll just let them do it. It's just easier if they do it. But let's be honest with yourself. Are you denying your power? What if you're the opposite? What if you're like, I'm going to take charge. Here's what you do. Here's what you do. Here's what you need to do. But then you're not vulnerable. So it's about looking very clearly at the way you relate to yourself and then to the situation. Because if you can relax and just see, oh yeah, you know what? When I'm with that person, or when I'm in that situation, I am totally me. And then that person shows up and I just have to step back because there's something. Well, what is it? And you might say that something is, I don't trust that person. And that could be very, very accurate. And so you got that vibe and you go, yeah, you don't need to know everything about me right now. Let's get to know each other. And that's okay. But you want to question yourself and say, okay, if I'm really honest, am I hiding from that person because I think they're smarter, better, bigger, higher than me? And I feel somewhat insignificant or insecure. So this is the thing you want to check on. Let's see. I'm just checking in. Does that make sense? I hope this has been helpful for the end of the month. So would you think about this, and I'm going to bring this up one more time. Okay. And now it's smaller than before it wasn't. What is that? So I don't understand what's happening here. Okay. Anyway, it looks like I'm being spammed. Am I being spammed? Okay. Let's not. Really, please. I got enough to do. So anyway, this is April 26th. Not today. Today's the 31st of March. Can you believe it's over? Oh! Okay. And so, wrong way. So we're going to have this lineup of magical vibe in you. The planet's not doing anything to you. They are not conscious of their movements. So think about what you would like to do and how you would like to do it, and then be as honest as possible. And I think you're going to cover all the questions that you have about anything. Does this help? Is this something that is, I don't have an assistant, but I'm going to start deleting these things because it's just silly. Don't waste my time. Really. This is my boundary. So, do you have a better sense of where you're going now after this oracle reading? Just let me know. Thumbs up. Wherever you are, you might be in Facebook, you might be in, what do you call it? YouTube. I think the thing right now is to be as real as possible with so many energies. And I am going to be moving from this time slot, possibly this day. So keep your eyes and ears open. I haven't decided it because everything's up in the air. And I'm feeling the vibe to go either earlier on Thursday or to go later on Tuesday. And then that's going to change again in the summer. So because of my schedule. So yeah, there it is. All right, folks, thank you for being here. I so appreciate you. And go be present. Go have fun. I hope this has helped. And there it is. I will be back, okay, on the 7th, but it might be a new time. So just check my Facebook feed, or if you're on my mailing list, just keep an eye out for possible date or time changes. All right, folks? All right, be well. Have a happy day. Bye.